Hi guys, it's Matthew here. Welcome back to another video on my channel today. Today in this episode, guys, it is February 1st, so that means January has come to a close, and it's time for me to give you guys my thoughts on everything I watched in the month of January, as a matter of fact. So yeah, guys, so yeah, I do, if you guys are new to the channel, I do one of these videos, at the end of every month and every year, as a matter of fact. I give you guys, I give you guys my thoughts and opinions and quick reviews on the brand new movies that got released in the previous month, as a matter of fact, because because I plan out videos on what I'm gonna do next, and I don't have time to do like separate movie reviews. So I just combined short reviews into one video at the end of every month, as a matter of fact. So yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do, as a matter of fact. So yeah, guys, be sure to click that like button, as well as hit that red subscribe button, but most importantly, make sure you press the notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. And those of you guys that are new to the channel, I do more than just movies, physical media, and TV related stuff. I also do Lego related stuff, and I play video games. I do all sorts of stuff like that here on the channel. So if you guys like to watch anything like that on YouTube and want to show your love and support, be sure to go check out my channel, because there'll definitely be something in there for you to enjoy. But with that said, though, guys, enjoy the video. Let's get started. Alright, so I only saw 2 movies in the theater and 2 movies on streaming this month. January is always a light month for me, as a matter of fact. So yes, I have very little to talk about when it comes to the month of January, though. Alright, so the first movie I actually went to go see in the theater is The Wolfman. I was not a fan of this movie, guys. I was actually hoping that this movie would be good, because if I'm not mistaken, this is the second movie for the remakes of the classic Universal, how do I put this? So basically, all these classic horror movies like The Wolfman, Dracula, The Invisible Man. I heard that there's like a Universal remake Monster Universe for those films, and the first one was The Invisible Man, which I think that was directed by Leigh Whannell and also created by Blumhouse, and this movie is a part of that. And this movie was also directed by Leigh Whannell, and this movie was a part of Blumhouse. And to be honest, I like the creepy elements that were integrated in this movie, and I kind of like the whole concept in this movie, but because you don't really see a concept like this in a werewolf movie. Well, at least not that I've seen, as a matter of fact. But yeah, with this movie in particular, but the rest of this movie, I was not really a huge fan of. I was not a fan of the direction that they took this movie in. I didn't like how the dad got scratched by a werewolf, and then he slowly transforms into a werewolf, and then the mom and daughter have to run off to try to kill and then they kill him, as a matter of fact. It's kind of sad that they did that, and then the movie ends with the mother and the daughter in the forest, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I was just not impressed with this movie that much. And And in this movie, they specifically say they want their dad back. And basically, that was kind of sad that they said that, because you can't get him back because he was a werewolf, as a matter of fact. So yeah, this movie is mediocre at best. I wouldn't say that this movie is as bad as people make it out to be, but for the most part, it's pretty mediocre and meh at best, as a matter of fact. The second movie that I went and saw in the theater in January was Flight Risk. I actually heard a lot of people weren't that big of a fan of this movie. Personally, I actually thought that this movie was not bad. It wasn't like a great or like an outstanding movie or anything like that. But this movie, what I actually thought was pretty good. This is definitely a movie that that I would watch again. So this is the latest movie that Mark Wahlberg is in, and basically, I don't want to give anything away, but basically this entire movie takes place on a plane. It takes place on a plane, and then a bad guy starts to taunt them, and then they have to get off the plane and escape from the bad guy that's trying to get them. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to give anything away, because if I tell you anything else, it will spoil it, as a matter of fact, and I don't want to spoil it, because this movie is not what the trailer said, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I would recommend you give this movie a watch, because this movie wasn't too bad, in my opinion. This is definitely a movie I would recommend if you watch anything that Mark Wahlberg is in. All right, now moving on to the two movies I watched on streaming this week. Not this week, this month. Excuse me. I actually watched the new Wallace and Gromit movie. I think it's called like Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance of Fowl or something like that. I can't really remember though. But yeah, if you guys are a huge fan of Wallace and Gromit and have not seen this movie, I would recommend it. And correction, it is called Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance of Most Fowl. So this movie is on Netflix, as a matter of fact. And this movie was actually pretty good. If you guys have not watched this one yet and like Wallace and Gromit, this is definitely a movie I would recommend, because this movie is pretty good, as a matter of fact. In this movie, they actually brought the penguin back. I think his name is like Feathers Rablaw, or I can't remember his name right offhand, but basically from one of the previous Wallace and Gromit shorts, they brought him back in here, and he is the main villain. And to be honest, this movie was actually pretty good. This is I know this movie is still brand new, but to be honest, I would actually say this is probably the best Wallace and Gromit project that Aardman has done. And I don't know if that's a controversial opinion or not, but personally, I really enjoyed this movie. It's my favorite Wallace and Gromit adaptation that they've done, and this is definitely one I would recommend if you guys are a big Wallace and Gromit fan, as a matter of fact, because this movie was pretty good in my opinion. Alright, the last and final movie I watched on streaming this month. I couldn't get around to watch You're Accordingly Invited with Will Ferrell or Reese Witherspoon yet, but that one I am gonna try to watch either tonight or tomorrow, as a matter of fact. But yes, the last movie I watched on streaming this month was something called Back in Action. This is an action movie starring Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx, as a matter of fact. This movie was actually pretty good, in my opinion. If you guys have not seen this movie, I would highly recommend it. If you like any kind of like action spy movies or any kind of like spy thriller, you would I would definitely recommend you give this movie a watch, because so basically in this movie, Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx are married, and they have these two kids. They're spies, and then they get another call for a mission, and they have to take the children with them, and then they have to protect them while they go on this mission, as a matter of fact. So yes, it's a pretty good movie, and if you guys, and like I said, if you like any kind of like spy thriller or something, this is definitely a movie you should watch, because it is pretty good, in my opinion. So there you have it, guys. There is everything I watched in the month of January, and my thoughts on everything I watched in the month of January, as a matter of fact. So yes, if you guys be sure to share what you watched down below in the comment section on what you watched in January, because I'd love to hear it, as a matter of fact. And yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up this video, as a matter of fact. So yeah, guys, be sure you hit that like button, as well as hit that red subscribe button, but most importantly, make sure you press the notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. And those of you guys, and so yeah, guys, sorry guys, I stutter a lot. So yeah, be sure to take care of yourselves, drink water, and stay safe. With that said, I'm going to go get ready back to more videos, because more videos are on the way, sooner rather than later, as a matter of fact, and I will see you all in the very next video. Bye!